All right, so I briefly mentioned those Lurpiv trucks in the Rail Guys video, and people kept being like, "Oh, do a video about them." So you got a pretty good feel for them.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty broken in.
Yeah.
What trucks were you riding before Lurpiv? Ace.
Yeah.
And how are those?
I like Ace a lot. Yeah.
Compared to Thunder, what do you think of Ace? Or Indies?
I always bent Thunders, and I like Indies.
Yeah, I think Indies is kind of like the standard. You get an Indy truck, it's going to be a good truck.
Yeah.
But with these trucks coming, like a lot of companies coming out, like messing with technologies and stuff. Like I know that like Crux tried a new material and they reinvented their truck, and then
Swiss grade aluminum.
Yeah, and this is like a brand new material. Yeah. What's the reasoning behind them being made out of that? Do you know?
I think Oscar's just trying to make like a high grade truck. So far, like there's pretty much no grooves yet, but I've done a lot of like curve grinding and
like stuff that's like
somehow
sharp.
Even hit that angle.
Wait, what? Oh, that's sick. That's a
crook.
Like the most pinched crook. I wouldn't say that you ride your trucks tight. I would say you ride your trucks probably medium.
Yeah, I have a lot of I put a lot of force.
Yeah.
Into it, so even though they're a little tighter, they're still like.
Yeah, he probably rides medium.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can.
Yeah, like you can bend them.
Yeah.
You can bend those trucks. I liked the lower kingpin.
Factory, they were so. You could seriously turn like a full circle.
Really? They were that sharp?
It was almost too much, and then I got used to it.
That's my big issue with other truck companies that aren't independent is when I dig into my heels and my toes, like at least with these trucks, I can actually pump just like this and I can gain speed. Literally just doing this. And when I tried that with a lot of other trucks, like I've tried it with, I'm not going to name names, but all the other truck companies that aren't independent. Now let me see if I can get that Corrigan.
Oh, you're on 0.5.
I mean, even though your trucks are tighter, I can still kind of dig in pretty good. Ow.
Hit a grind with them, it's nice.
Bonsev is like independence.
Yeah, no, it's like a mix almost of Indy and Ace.
I mean, they're so close to independence, like the turning, that I'm almost like they're either a little more, a little less, or dead on. Wow.
Yeah, they sit a little taller than Aces, but it gives you a lot more room.
Looking at the height difference here. Probably the best way to do that is you break in trucks. New trucks in general suck.
Yes.
But I mean, I remember the second you got them, you were stoked immediately.
Yeah, because as soon as I hopped on a grind, it was like...
They grind better.
It sounded like a sword unsheathed.
A sword unsheathing. Let me follow you around in the bowl. I'll try to get close to your trucks and just see how they kind of like bend around and stuff. Yeah. Can't even back nose blunt. So these trucks are great to see how they grind. They're tighter, so I think I'm gonna struggle in the bowl.
Yeah, sorry, I need that stability.
It is a tough setup for me to get used to, not because of the trucks, but because he rides 149 size, like what, 8.5? And I ride 875 trucks on mine, and I ride mine loose, but feeling the grind, I just went through a little backsmith scrape just to feel like the lack of this hitting anything. Because look, there's not one mark on it yet.
Right, yeah, and I've done a lot of Smiths and Crooks. And
I have like regular Indies, and whenever I go to tighten or loosen my trucks, it sucks because then I have to re-wear down this nut.
Yeah, yep.
They turn good. I bet if I took that like a crank to the loosened side, I bet I would have so much more fun.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing with my lady?
That's really whack stuff.
Yeah, get in that puddle. That's what you get. Try to do a slappy crook and have me film it. Fuck you.
Oh, shit, falling.
That was crazy. Like you were in it and then you were on the ground immediately. There was no getting out of it.
No, I like rolled up. You can just play on them and they just turn.
Are you gonna try switch lip now?
Oh, gross! I should have fallen on all of that.
You gonna go back to switch or what?
Yeah, yeah.
switch lit to regular is just a switch 180 where you suck. Yeah.
Announced that they're making a 169.
Oh,
too.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because it was 139.49, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? They haven't done one.
Or maybe you mean
159.
I was gonna say 69's for like a 9.
Yeah, that's like a vertiport. Yeah, I read 159. But the whole premise of like my idea behind this video is, are these trucks actually worth how much they cost?
Yeah.
And you think so?
Yeah, I like them. Yeah.
I think what it's really going to boil down to is how long they last you, how durable they are. But if they're supposed to be like a stronger like material, then I imagine they're not going to break. Because I think for me, and like this isn't bashing on any truck company, but if I have Thunders or Independence, which are the only two truck companies that I really ride, I'll break Thunders in the hangar, and I always break Indies down here or the pivot kit or the Kingpin or whatever.
Yep.
Like I'll break this thing all the time.
The pivot cup out.
Yeah, and so
see, that's what with these. They have that like reinforced lip.
Oh,
like,
I see.
It'll close before it gets to the angle it allows you to brake.
That's the other cool thing is, so these trucks are designed and sold by like an actual like skateboarder.
Right,
so,
who is amazing.
Yeah, and like, you know, I'm not going to say anything negative. Like obviously like Thunder and Independent are part of these like legacy skate companies, and obviously there's skaters that work there and benefit.
Right, and it's each their own, same, yeah.
Yeah, this is the individual pro skateboarder who took a risk and made his own product. And from everything that I've heard, and it's really been you and 2 other people that I've spoken to, but all 3 of them are like, oh, these trucks are incredible.
Yeah.
And it's like me cruising around, I'm like, yeah, they feel really good.
Yeah, at first they got really loose on me, but I think I was just hit that point where I softened up the bushing material.
Yeah,
but then I tightened them down a little bit. That's probably why I have them tight too so far, is to like try to break them in.
Tell me about this washer system, because I'm someone who blows out bearings like nobody's business.
Inside, right here, and on the inside right there, it's like just like an extra lip, and that will act as your washer.
So really? So these don't even come with washers. No. It's just the truck itself has something.
And honestly, I noticed it makes like a different, cleaner noise.
Which is like these trucks definitely have all the aesthetic boxes checked too. They look sleek. I really like the shape of this because I feel like that'd be for no slides.
It's really good for blunts and no slides.
Yeah, and that's something with the Independence that I got. You can see here, like from doing so many no slides, you see how this got this lip right here.
Right, yeah, and that breaks your board a little easier sometimes because it'll dig in.
100%, like it'll snap the tail. Whereas this, it doesn't look like you're gonna have that issue. Well, I mean, only time will tell.
Yeah.
And you know, as I make more videos, I'm gonna check back up with you, like maybe like a couple months down the road.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how did they really go? But so far, it seems like they're maybe the best truck on the market. It seems like if you're someone who rides really tight trucks, maybe these aren't the trucks for you.
Oh no, they could go a lot tighter.
They can go a lot tighter. You're just not see.
The
fact that they can get really loose is something that I've struggled with a lot of trucks, because a lot of times I would shave down my bushings to get.
Right out of the gate, these were like
they'll let you get real loose.
Yeah, and they weren't like shaking. Yeah, but you could seriously
like turn sharp.
Almost lean fully back and keep just turning.
Oh, your toe dragged like a nerd.
Oh, I missed it.
I love watching getting washed out like a vert ramp.
That's the fake part.
No, that's 540 super real, dude. Undeniable. No one will notice the kickdown. Like, I definitely need to spend a little bit more time with them before I decide like whether it's like worth that sort of like investment, because that's like a good bit of money, especially if you're like a younger kid getting some skateboard trucks. If the durability does what I've been told it could do, like, man, if they outlast trucks and you don't have to break new trucks, that alone is worth its weight in gold to me. I hate breaking in new trucks. I'm sure everyone does.
Heel pins?
Sure. Let's see, cross.
Cross.
Switching it up. Yeah, you can. That was great. I never even seen you do that trick. That was a Cody Heil special. I'm gonna actually see if I can feel any actual difference with grinding. Because you said that they felt like they grinded faster when you first got them. I'll just see if I can notice any difference. I'll do a 50-50 on my board, and then a 50-50 on your board, which I'm probably gonna fall on first try because they're different size trucks. I'm gonna try to lock that hard cross lock and just end up toe side and die. Yeah, the rail feels kind of nice.
Yeah, it's a good rail to judge off of.
This is my favorite rail ever. Wow.
It made a different noise. That's nice. I mean, I can't hate on Ace either.
These are Indies.
Oh, those are Indies. Whatever. They're all good, you know?
I'm probably gonna miss. The other thing that I got used to is when I feeble on this, since I don't have deck rails on this, I dip it deeper, so it's actually easier to hold, and I got used to like that long sit. Let me do that one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going even a little slower on that one. That lock is deep. It's a good lock.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm curious about the base plate.
Wow. That was just nice.
I feel like my favorite trick. Interesting. Let's see if I can see that difference.
I noticed it with blunts.
It felt a little bit more secure. I don't know why though.
Because I think these angles meet flatter.
Yeah, because when I stuck it up.
See how deep that drop is right here? It's almost like a finger width, where this is like a fingernail.
Interesting. All right, let's try it out on ledges, see how different it is. See how much harder my wheels are pushed against it.
Right.
Okay, well that's actually a little sticky, so this will be fun. So I went faster.
Yeah,
and it slid a lot better. Let me go slow.
Go
and
slower.
actually compare them.
Right.
It felt cozy, man. It really did feel cozy.
Yeah, it has like a lock-in for the blunts.
And the trucks are taller than I'm used to, so I feel like I'm up higher.
That's what I had to get used to more, is the heights.
Let me do some slappy crooks. I'll do a slappy crook. Then I'll do a Smith, and then I'll do a feeble, and that'll be like all the necessary grinds, I think. I imagine they're gonna crook fine, but people don't really think that much about like the way the truck bends really dictates how you crook. If it bends this way and the wheel cuts this way or that way,
right,
makes a huge difference.
My first grind was a crook on it.
But did you ollie into it like a coward?
Oh, that noise, boy.
I'll do a feeble.
Oh, you ollied into that one, dude.
I already know that I'm gonna fall on your board.
And no deck rails.
Usually it's easier to hold a longer feeble on a ledge without deck rails, but I haven't skated not deck rails in 3 years.
Shoo!
Felt nice. Feeble pinch felt actually pretty similar, even though it's like different size trucks and different height trucks and no deck rails. Like it had a good like lack of resistance, like it really went. I really thought it was placebo effect, and you said that they grind better. They kind of do grind better.
Yeah.
It felt nice. I'm gonna do one more with this actually. This front Smith's a hard one to sit on.
Right.
They feel pretty cozy. The fact that they're tighter, though, they don't get that dip that I'm used to.
Right. We'll slowly get them looser for you.
No.
Because I overall like looser trucks.
Yeah.
But at first, like break them in and stuff, I was like, and how much angle I was getting out of being like with them being loose.
See how they blunt? Is there going to be a difference in that?
I noticed on a rail.
All right, I'm probably not going to land this first try.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we're going to take that, even though it didn't really slide very good. Here's another thing that has nothing to do with the trucks. Your wheels are softer, so I'm probably going to stick.
Oh, yep.
That slid better, but I think it's because I just got into it better. I don't know if I really felt the difference on the scoop out or not.
Do it on the rail, because that's where I feel it.
Front blunt on
I
the rail.
rarely blunt ledges.
That's kind of a crappy front blunt. But I can compare it because I'll just do another crappy front blunt.
Oh, it made a different noise.
Stand up a little bit.
It does, baby.
It kind of does.
I don't like to like oversell stuff, But like, I like getting stuff that works.
They're good
and
trucks.
this works right there.
How much were they?
117 with shipping.
117 with shipping.
But now he's they're 90 overall. I'm pretty sure, like 91 or something. But now if you buy a shirt with it, you get free shipping. Touch my hands on that one. So many people were wanting to try it.
100%. I mean, anytime that a skater's like, hey, I think I made a better product, we're all going to listen, because corporations a lot of time think of things like cost efficiency, and the fact that these trucks are more expensive, I assume lets me know that this guy like actually put like real effort into like making this as good as a product as possible. And I feel like years ago, you couldn't do that. Technology was not frowned upon as much as like, I'm not going to spend extra money for something that I'm not even used to yet when I already have a good skateboard. But now it's like, now's the time to like sort of experiment with stuff. You know, like board shapes have become a thing again. People messing around with that, board materials, and trucks is one of the things that I feel like it's been messed with over the years, but not to like a significant degree. And I see like, you know, the Ace has that nut now that will rethread your thing, and like now we have the lure pivs, and technology is finally like getting to the next level where you can have almost like a bougier skateboard that's not just fashion, it's function. It works. This truck is, I'm trying really hard not to be like, this truck's the fucking best truck, but like it might be, and I won't know 100% for sure until you keep skating them and I see how long they last you. But
because I'm pretty hard on my trucks. I go through trucks relatively quickly.
Yeah, I know how much you skate, and I see that you don't have any grooves in it yet.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, and I have been purposely grinding the shit out of them.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, these
like, look at that, all those feebles and stuff. Not one. I mean, maybe right there on the shield, but no damage to the.
If you look at this is me. And, I mean, you see how deep that is.
Right. These
Aces, are 2.5 months.
On Aces, I even wear this.
Yeah, look at that.
I start going through there.
Chips in there. I mean, you can look at my low-C grind groove.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they go deep, but it's like, I'm probably gonna buy the lure pivs.
Yeah, try them out.
If I'm super hyped on them. But I still feel like I'm like an indie kid. This is so tried and true for me that I'm excited of the idea, like, maybe I will start skating a different pair of trucks. Because I've just been doing this for so long. So I have one more pair of independents that I have that I'm gonna also probably review. And it's their blades that have like
inverted.
With the kingpin that like isn't.
That's essential.
So you know, you're getting this information from someone who's like skated a bunch of trucks, which is, you know, Craig. And me, like, I pay attention to a lot of stuff, but I'm not the kind of person who like really fixates on like all the different technologies. Those trucks, I can feel different. They do feel like they grind better. If they're made out of the material and they're actually gonna last longer. I say if you have it, I would get those trucks. Like I say, if you are looking for a truck that could quite possibly be the best truck and you're willing to spend that extra money, I would get these. If it's your first time getting a skateboard, or you're thinking about getting a skateboard for a kid, maybe not. But if you're looking for a Christmas present for a skateboarder, get those, because a lot of skaters don't want to spend the extra money on themselves. But if they get that, like if you have like your boyfriend or girlfriend that needs some trucks, I would get them that. Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend these trucks for a beginner, not because it's going to affect you negatively, but because you probably won't be able to appreciate it. But if you got your basics down and you want like a real smooth, responsive truck, something that's like an indie but might actually like grind better. I don't think it was placebo effect. That actually felt like it was grinding better, and I was like really not rooting against that truck.
And you're a guy who wants to test the theory.
Right?
Yeah. You wanna see.
Yeah, devil's advocate as much as I possibly can. But no, that's a great fucking truck, man. And there's a couple other trucks that are coming out that I'm excited to try too. This is not a product review channel. That's not the direction I'm going. But on stuff of interest like this, I'm gonna. But since I've only spent like I skated this trucks one other day and just today, definitely take his word for it more than mine, because I'm just like getting a feel for him now. I am noticing a difference. But Craig, very talented skateboarder, swears by him. He paid for those trucks out of his own pocket, and he will buy the next pair of trucks out of his own pocket. He is by no means biased or anything like that. He's just really stoked on those trucks. He was willing to take a chance on them, and it seems like they paid off. So if you're looking for an incredible truck and you have a little bit of extra cash and you're willing to spend the extra money, I say do it. I say I 100% sign off on those trucks and the price that they are. Did he ride those trucks too?
Yeah, my friend Alec did, yeah.
And so what did he say about them?
Alec's good. He did some grinds on him, and he was saying, like when you're first getting into video games or getting good at video game and you're on the stock sensitivity setting, he's like, it felt like switching to the high sensitivity setting when you're good at video games. Like you were saying, maybe not a first timer choice of truck
Because you might not notice the difference.
You might not notice right away, but if you're used to your board as much as we are and stuff, like you're gonna
notice the difference.
Angles and